Imagine standing outside on the coldest night of the year. No walls, no fire yet, just your own skin against air that wants to kill you. That was not a bad night for your ancestors. That was every night, for hundreds of thousands of years. Winter wasn't weather back then. It was an enemy with a plan, and it attacked from 4 directions at once. It froze you, it starved you, it hunted you, and it tried to break your mind in the dark. And somehow, against every disadvantage a species could have, we won that war. Here's how. Start with the obvious problem. The human body is built for the tropics, not the tundra. No fur worth mentioning, no natural insulation, no claws. On paper, we're one of the worst equipped large animals on the planet for surviving real cold. Fire helped, but fire has a flaw nobody talks about. It only warms the side facing it, and the second you step away to hunt or gather wood, the cold is right back on you. So our ancestors solved a harder problem: how to carry warmth with them. The answer wasn't draping a hide over your shoulders. That leaves gaps everywhere, and gaps kill. The real breakthrough was smaller than you'd think: a needle. Not just any needle, one with a tiny drilled eye, ground down from bone, precise enough to carry thread, but strong enough not to snap. With that single object, hides could be cut and sewn into fitted, sealed clothing that trapped warm air against the skin. That needle is arguably the single piece of technology that let our species walk out of Africa and into Ice Age Siberia. No needle, no Siberia. No Siberia, no us spreading across the planet. Being warm enough to move still isn't shelter for the night. Caves sound like the obvious fix, but good caves were rare and fought over. You couldn't count on finding one, so people built. In a place now called Mezhyrich, in modern Ukraine, archaeologists uncovered domed huts built roughly 15,000 years ago, in a landscape with almost no wood or stone. So the builders used the only raw material available in bulk: mammoth bones. Jawbones stacked like roof tiles, massive tusks arched over doorways. Hundreds of bones interlocked into a structure engineered to survive a brutal season. Then they sealed every gap. Hides pinned across the inside walls, sod stacked outside, sometimes even packed snow, because trapped air holds heat, and snow traps air surprisingly well. A shelter wasn't just walls, it was a system. But a warm shelter creates a trap of its own. You're now tied to it, which means the food has to already be there. And this is where winter turns survival into arithmetic. The land simply stops producing food for months, so people became experts at cheating time itself. They sliced meat thin and dried it until moisture and rot had nowhere to live. They dug pits into the permafrost and let winter's own cold become a freezer for their kills. And they learned that fat, not lean meat, was the real currency of the season. Dense, portable, calorie-rich, rendered into tallow that could carry a group through the leanest months. The very thing trying to starve them became the tool that kept them fed. Then there's the threat almost nobody names: the dark. 15, 16 hours of it a night, for months, in a small space, with the same handful of people. That kind of confinement can wear a mind down in ways cold and hunger never could. So they filled it, repairing tools, sewing, carving, twisting fiber into cord. And around that fire, in that darkness, something bigger happened. Stories got told, knowledge got passed down, culture got built. A huge share of what we now call human civilization, myth, language, shared memory, was forged in exactly those long, dark, freezing hours. So when you turn a dial tonight and the room goes warm without a thought, remember what that convenience is standing on: 100,000 winters that tried to kill every single person who ever lived, and lost. Not because winter got weaker, because we got smarter. One bone needle, one mammoth bone hut, one strip of dried meat at a time. Winter didn't just fail to break us, it built us.